remember the chorus, but it was the verses that broke you. These are 15 power ballads from the 80s that still hit like a heartbeat.
I gotta take a little time, a little time.
Released in 1984, I Want to Know What Love Is became Foreigner's biggest hit and one of the most iconic power ballads of all time.
Case I need it when I'm older.
Written by guitarist Mick Jones during a moment of personal crisis, the song is a raw, emotional plea for love and clarity. It blends classic rock instrumentation with gospel soul, featuring the New Jersey Mass Choir, which lifts the song into something spiritual, almost like a prayer.
In my life, there's been heartache and pain.
Unlike most love songs that celebrate certainty, this one is rooted in vulnerability. Lines like, "In my life, there's been heartache and pain. I don't know if I can face it again," reveal the fear of opening up and the ache of being alone.
To change this lonely life.
But then the chorus rises, not in triumph, but in hope, creating a universal anthem for anyone searching for something real.
I wanna know what love is. What is
The song topped charts in both the US and the UK, cementing its place as one of the greatest power ballads of all time.
In my life, there's been a heartache and pain.
Decades later, its legacy found new life when Mariah Carey released her version in 2009. She didn't just cover the song, she honored it. Even Mick Jones said, "She's captured a certain emotional thing. The integrity is still there."
I want you to show me.
From stadiums to solitude, I Want to Know What Love Is remains timeless, because the search for love never gets old.
I know you can show me.
I hear the ticking of the clock. I'm lying here, the room's pitch dark.
Some power ballads whisper, this one soars. In 1987, Heart released Alone, and everything changed.
Oh, I hope that it won't end though. Alone.
It starts quietly, Ann Wilson's voice almost trembling, before unleashing a vocal that could break glass. This isn't just heartbreak, it's longing at full volume. Written by Billy Steinberg and Tom Kelly, Alone had been recorded once before, but it was Heart that turned it into a monster hit. The production swells with 80s drama, echoing drums, cinematic keyboards, but it's Ann Wilson's voice that carries it to the heavens. In just one line, she captures the agony of unspoken love and made it universal. The song spent 3 weeks at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became Heart's biggest hit of the decade. Decades later, Alone still gives people chills. It's not just a power ballad, it's a vocal Everest. And Ann Wilson stood on top, alone. Sometimes even rock stars get their hearts broken.
We both lie silent, still in the dead of the night.
Written by Bret Michaels after a late-night phone call revealed his girlfriend's betrayal, Every Rose Has Its Thorn wasn't just another glam metal ballad. It was a confession, a wound turned into melody. Released in 1988 from Poison's album Open Up and Say Ah, the song hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, their only chart topper, and became the unofficial breakup anthem of a generation.
Instead of making love, we both made a separate ways.
Bret's voice is soft, almost fragile, The pain is quiet, but present in every word. The acoustic guitar leads the way, raw and unpolished, like a letter that was never meant to be read out loud. It's a rare moment of sincerity in a genre known for excess. No mascara, no pyro, no bravado, just hurt and honesty.
Though we both lie close together, we feel miles apart inside.
Every rose has its thorn reminds us that even the sweetest love can leave scars. But sometimes, sharing the pain is the only way to heal.
Cowboy sings the same, staying found.
Oh, thinking about all our younger years.
Sometimes the simplest songs say the most. Released in 1984 on the Reckless album, Heaven by Bryan Adams is a slow-burning ballad about young love, the kind that feels eternal.
We've been down that road before, but that's over now.
Inspired by Journey's Faithfully, Heaven was first recorded for the film A Night in Heaven, then found its true home as a chart-topping single in 1985. It's not flashy. There's no screaming guitar or big production, just a soft piano, a steady build, and a voice that means every word. Lines like, "It isn't too hard to see we're in heaven," hit differently when you felt that kind of love, that once-in-a-lifetime certainty. Heaven became a #1 hit in the US and a wedding song across generations.
Nothing can take you away from me.
Nearly 2 decades later, it returned to the spotlight through a 2001 dance cover by DJ Sammy and Yanu, featuring Dutch singer Doe. Their version topped the UK chart, cracked the US top 10, and went gold and double platinum.
You keep me coming back for more.
And love is all that I need, and I found it there in your heart.
But no matter the version, it's Bryan Adams' voice we return to, quiet, honest, and eternal. That's what made Heaven feel real and unforgettable. Before Home Sweet Home, glam metal was all leather, eyeliner, and party anthems. But in 1985, Mötley Crüe hit pause on the chaos and gave the world a ballad. It starts soft, just piano, and Vince Neil's voice, almost fragile. Then the drums roll in, and the power builds like a slow-burning fuse.
Just one more night, and I'm coming on this long and winding road.
This wasn't about girls or drugs. It was about exhaustion, longing, and the one thing every rock star misses most, home.
I'm on the way, home sweet home.
Released on Theater of Pain, Home Sweet Home became an instant fan favorite. So much so, MTV had to limit its airtime because fans voted for it constantly. The video showed backstage footage, highways, hotel rooms, a glam band stripped down to real life. Years later, countless bands followed suit. Power ballads became a rite of passage, but Home Sweet Home was the blueprint.
You know I'm a dreamer.
In 2009, country star Carrie Underwood revived the anthem as the farewell song for Season 8 of American Idol, performing it live on the finale. Her version appeared on a deluxe edition of her album and sold over 280,000 downloads in the US. It wasn't just a softer side of Mötley Crüe. It was the moment glam rock proved it had a heart. Sometimes, a song doesn't just speak, it embraces you.
We sailed on together, we drifted apart.
Released in 1982, Open Arms by Journey is a power ballad in its purest form. Stripped down, emotional, and unforgettable. Co-written by Steve Perry and Jonathan Cain, the song almost didn't make it onto the Escape album. Some in the band thought it was too soft, too sentimental. But when Perry stepped up to the mic, everything changed. It begins with just a piano and a voice full of longing. Then slowly, it builds, not into a scream, but into something even more powerful, a plea for forgiveness. Open Arms peaked at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became one of Journey's defining moments. In 2002, Mariah Carey brought the song into a new century. Her version, featured on Charm Bracelet, added gospel textures and vocal flourishes, reimagining the song without losing its tenderness.
What your love means to me, open up.
But through all the versions and all the years, it's the original that still feels like coming home. Because Open Arms isn't just a love song, it's the sound of vulnerability, wrapped in a warm embrace.
What your love means to me, open arms.
Released in 1984, Still Loving You by Scorpions isn't just a ballad. It's a plea to repair a love that's falling apart. Written by Rudolf Schenker and Klaus Meine, the song captures the desperation of wanting someone back after everything's gone wrong. From the very first line, you feel the raw emotion, the regret, and the quiet hope beneath it all. Klaus Meine's vocals build from a whisper to a full-on cry, not just singing, but pleading. The song didn't top US charts, but in Europe, especially France, it became a heartbreak anthem. Live shows turned into sing-alongs. The pain felt shared. Decades later, Still Loving You remains one of the most powerful songs about love, loss, and the hope that never quite fades. Because sometimes love doesn't die, it just waits.
Every now and then I get a little bit lonely and you're never coming round.
Dramatic, theatrical, absolutely unforgettable. Released in 1983, Total Eclipse of the Heart isn't just a power ballad. It's a rock opera in miniature. Written and produced by Jim Steinman, the mastermind behind Meatloaf's Bat Out of Hell, the song explodes with gothic imagery, soaring melodies, and full orchestration. At its core is Bonnie Tyler's raspy, desperate voice, a perfect match for lyrics about emotional chaos and doomed love. Lines like, "There's nothing I can do, a total eclipse of the heart," feel apocalyptic. Because for many, heartbreak does feel like the end of the world.
Together we can take it to the end of the line. Love is like a shadow beyond the dawn.
The track builds from a whisper to a thunderstorm. Every pause, every drum hit, every note, intentional. The music video? Just as over the top. Set in a Gothic boarding school with wind-blown curtains, glowing eyes, and surreal imagery, it's pure 80s maximalism.
I really need you tonight. Forever's gonna start tonight.
The song topped charts worldwide, hitting #1 in both the US and UK, and became Bonnie Tyler's signature anthem.
I don't know what to do and I'm always in the dark. We're living in a party cake and give it up.
Decades later, it's still everywhere, from karaoke nights to meme culture, proving that some ballads are too big to fade. Because Total Eclipse of the Heart doesn't just tell a story, it demands to be felt.
Nothing I can say. It's total eclipse of the heart.
I guess this time you're reliving.
By 1989, Bon Jovi had already conquered the charts. But I'll Be There For You proved they could capture the heart just as easily as the spotlight.
You'd say you cried 1,000 rivers.
Released as the third single from their album New Jersey, this power ballad is a desperate promise, soaked in guilt and devotion. It's not about teenage love. It's about love you've lost and what you'd give to get it back. Jon Bon Jovi's voice cracks just enough to make it real. You hear the pain, the pleading, as if he's singing straight from a phone booth in the rain. Then Richie Sambora steps in, delivering one of the band's most soulful solos, bluesy and aching like a last kiss. I'll Be There For You became a #1 hit in the US and a staple in every Bon Jovi arena show. Because love doesn't always come with flowers or perfect timing. Sometimes it just needs someone who won't give up.
How can I just let you walk away? Just let you leave without a trace.
Heartbreak doesn't always scream. Sometimes it sounds like Phil Collins at a piano.
You're the only one who really knew me at all.
Released in 1984, Against All Odds, Take a Look at Me Now, marked Collins' first solo #1 hit in the US. Originally written during the sessions for Face Value, the song finally found its spotlight on the soundtrack of the film Against All Odds.
'Cause we shared the laughter and the pain, and even shared.
With just piano, strings, and one of the rawest vocal performances of the decade, the song delivers the ache of lost love, not with fury, but with quiet devastation.
Take a look at me now. Well, there's just an empty space.
This isn't a promise to move on. It's the sound of someone standing still, hoping for a miracle. The emotional weight in Collins' voice, that catch in his throat, gave the song its timeless pull.
You coming back to me, it's against the odds, and that's why.
It earned Grammy and Oscar nominations and became a defining ballad of the 1980s. And even now, decades later, those 4 words still cut deep. Take a look at me now.
Take a good look at me now. Everybody needs a little time away. I heard it say.
Released in 1982, Hard to Say I'm Sorry marked a dramatic shift for Chicago. Known for their jazzy horns and upbeat grooves, this was stripped down, sleek, and emotional. A full-blown power ballad for a new decade.
It's hard for me to say I'm sorry.
Co-written by Peter Cetera and David Foster, the song opens with hushed piano chords and aching vocals. There's no blame, no anger, just a man trying to say what's nearly impossible to say.
After all that we've been through, I will make it up to you.
As the track builds, so does the emotion. Strings swell, drums kick in, and by the time the chorus hits, it's not just an apology, it's a plea for redemption.
You're just a part of me I can't help.
Hard to Say I'm Sorry hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming one of the band's biggest hits and a cornerstone of 80s love ballads. The outro, titled Get Away, reintroduces the band's signature horns and energy, bringing the song full circle.
After all you know, we really don't care. Hold on, I wanna take you right.
Even now, it remains a go-to for anyone who's ever wanted to take back the words they didn't say soon enough. Because sometimes the hardest words are the ones that matter most.
Moving on, I really wanna tell you I'm sorry.
Sometimes, it takes years to say what your heart has known all along. Released in 1986, Amanda was Boston's first single in 8 years, and it became their first and only number 1 hit on the Billboard Hot 100.
I don't think I could hide what I'm feeling inside the day.
Written by Tom Scholz, the song was recorded years earlier, but delayed due to legal battles and perfectionism in production. But when it finally arrived, it felt timeless. There's no drum beat, no flashy guitar solo, just acoustic guitar, soft synths, and Brad Delp's soaring voice, delivering a quiet confession of love that's waited too long.
I'm gonna take you by surprise and make you realize, Amanda.
Unlike most power ballads of the 80s, Amanda doesn't beg or shout. It simply tells the truth, that sometimes love stays silent for too long, and then, all at once, needs to be said. Over time, Amanda became more than a comeback. It became a reminder that sincerity never goes out of style. It's not just a song, it's a love letter, long overdue.
And tomorrow may be too late.
Another night slowly closes in.
By the late 80s, Cheap Trick had faded from the charts until one power ballad lit the fire again.
I'm going crazy, I'm losing sleep.
Released in 1988, The Flame wasn't just a comeback, it was a resurrection. The band, once known for quirky power pop, now embraced lush strings, shimmering guitars, and raw vulnerability. It wasn't written by the band themselves, but by British songwriters Bob Mitchell and Nick Graham, offered to Cheap Trick at a critical moment in their career. And yet, it feels personal.
Wherever you go, I'll be with you.
Robin Zander's vocal is full of ache and promise, the kind that only comes from someone who's lost love and still hopes it returns. It's a vow, a quiet promise to wait no matter the cost. The Flame became Cheap Trick's first and only number 1 hit on the Billboard Hot 100 and remains one of the most unexpected yet beloved power ballads of its era. Some flames burn out, but this one, it never stopped glowing.
When you make love, do you look in the mirror?
Not every power ballad is about healing. Some remind you that love doesn't just lift you up, it hurts on the way down.
Do you tell lies and say that it's forever?
Released in 1987 on the Hysteria album, Love Bites became Def Leppard's first and only #1 hit on the Billboard Hot 100. Produced by Mötley, the track started as a country-tinged idea, but quickly transformed into a brooding arena ballad drenched in echo, tension, and heartbreak. Unlike typical ballads of the era, this one feels dangerous. The layered vocals, moody guitar swells, and whispering falsettos create a sense of obsession, not just romance. It's a song about the darker side of love, the jealousy, the fear, the ache of wanting someone you can't fully trust, and yet, you still want them. With Love Bites, Def Leppard proved that vulnerability could be loud, and that even rock gods bleed a little. Because sometimes love doesn't break your heart, it bites. Not every love story starts with passion. Some start with fear, and the slow realization that love has been growing all along.
Started out as friendship has grown stronger.
Released in late 1984, Can't Fight This Feeling became REO Speedwagon's second #1 hit in the US. Written by Kevin Cronin, it wasn't about falling in love. It was about finally admitting it. Cronin said he'd carried the lyrics for years before finishing them, because the song was too personal, too close to home. Built on gentle piano, swelling strings, and Cronin's earnest voice, this ballad captured the emotional weight of someone who's tired of pretending. Can't Fight This Feeling isn't flashy. It's not desperate. It's a quiet surrender. And the moment you realize that love isn't going away,
It's time to bring this ship into the shore. Throw away your
over time the song became a prom staple, a wedding classic, and a defining moment of 80s soft rock. Because sometimes the biggest leap of faith is just saying, I love you.
baby, I can't fight this feeling anymore. Together we can take it to the end of the line.
Some ballads never fade. They just keep echoing. Did we miss your favorite? Drop it in the comments. And if you love the ride, like and subscribe for more timeless rock.